I'm also live here on YouTube. So when they are on, I will say hello to them too. They get a little view of Buddy chewing on a bone in the background here. So did you have some excitement today?
I did. I got to go to jury duty.
So did they choose you?
No.
No, surprise.
I didn't even get into the courtroom. I just was in the waiting room. So I get there at 12:30, and then at 1 o'clock they give us a little video, like they do. And at 1 o'clock they say, "Okay, everybody gets a break for an hour." And I'm like, "A break from what?"
A break from breaking.
Let's get this over with. So it was a good thing actually because I had to go move my car because it was in a place that I probably would have been ticketed. So I went and moved my car.
That is outrageous.
Yeah. And then so at 2 o'clock, I'm sitting there twiddling thumbs, and then 3 o'clock.
Oh man.
About 3:30, I'm thinking, God, and they come in and they say, "Okay, we're going to announce certain names, and when your name is announced, you need to step up in the hall." So I'm like, please don't call my name. Please don't call my name. So I got all my stuff ready just to kind of preempt being called, right? Because if you're just sitting there all spread out. So I got everything ready, and they called my name. And so So I go out in the hall, and we're all lined up. There's 13 of us, and the woman says, "Okay, I just want to let you know that we've gotten word from the judge that we don't need you."
Oh.
And so you're all released, and this goes. You've been credited this day. Thank you for your service. So
wow. Yeah, I'm not big on going to jury duty either. I take a pass.
I've been on a couple of juries, and I didn't mind it. But like this week of all weeks coming up, like I got 22 days till my big event in Jamaica, and I got 2 trips between now and then, and I got a lot to do.
You don't got time for that jury duty stuff.
Graduation tomorrow night, and I was like, oh yeah. So anyway, but I'm here. I have a little glass of vino. What are you drinking?
Oh, I got vino too, actually, and it's from Karen Birmingham Vineyards, which I like because her name is Karen. Apparently, no babies are being born named Karen anymore.
It's gonna be like a few years of no Karens.
No Karens. Oh,
I'm so sorry they did that to your precious name.
I know that sucks. That really sucks. But that's okay. I kind of like it because then whenever I introduce myself now, I go, "Hi, my name is Karen," and not the bad one. So then they remember me.
Right. Or just KarenLee. I mean, that's perfect, right?
Well, I've been KarenLee for a long time, but I almost want to reclaim Karen because I think it's so rude that they usurped it and made it into this bad thing. Anyway, I want to say hi.
Hi, Brady. Hi, everybody from Pop.
Right. And hi to Dr. Goodhelmet. Dr. Goodhelmet, that is an interesting name. Jason, Abdul, Stephen, and Eddie. Hello to all of you guys. What kind of helmet you got there, Dr. Good? We know it's a good one. My neighbor is 66 and she lives with her boyfriend that's 27. Well, thank you for sharing that. And I'm dating a 63-year-old and I'm 55. Well, that's awesome. Okay, so there's this big phenomenon going on TikTok right now. I don't know if you know about it, Nancy, but it's this guy named Whitey 18, okay? And he looks exactly like my heartthrob from when I was a teenager, Bobby Sherman, of all things to look like. And I actually did a TikTok video.
Is that the one you sent me?
I think so.
Where he kind of peeks around. Oh, he's cute.
Okay. Apparently, all the women like 40 and up are going nuts for this guy. And anyway,
he's very young.
He is
over 20.
I think he's 21 at the most. Okay, but I know he's legal. But it's so funny how these women are like going nuts over him just because he looked like.
Hey, there's Apollo. Hi.
Hey.
Hey. So I don't think I want to know how old he is.
Well, he's legal. And
he's legal.
And the reason I bring it up is because all these people are just like clamoring for him. And
well, he's adorable. Oh my God, those eyes just.
Those blue the blue eyes.
Those are panty droppers.
There you go. I think it's good. It's like all these men have to like step up to the plate. Like, oh, my woman's actually interested in someone else besides me. I mean,
Shocking.
think about it this way, men. You can get your woman could get very excited by looking at this little heartthrob and then go home with you.
That's it. You know.
What is that? Oh my God, my dog is stripping me. Ow, and biting me. What is going on with that? What happened?
So I have something really funny I want to share.
Oh, I know you do. I can't wait to hear.
Okay, so everybody, you have to brace yourself because this is beyond ridiculously funny. So it's under hard hitting questions.
Okay.
So
can I just ask if my YouTube people, are you able to hear her? If you are, please give me an emoji of a wine glass or something like Siran did. Oh my God. What is
what? Are you being stripped?
How do you not see this? I am
No,
like,
now I can see him.
He's pulling my top off. He's biting the shit out of me. What is going on here?
Stop trying to take my clothes off. Mark, go away.
I know. This is what's known as a terror. All right, so everybody brace yourself. Here comes a very cute, this is a good story.
What's that? So the question is, can pregnant women go swimming? Okay. I mean, they tell pregnant women not to take a bath,
Right.
bath or bubble baths, but okay. So then it goes on. She should have stopped right there. Goes on to say, I am a man, so I don't know. Is it possible for pregnant women to go swimming without unintentionally drowning the baby?
Okay.
And it goes on. How could the baby breathe if the vagina is underwater?
I mean, is that real? Is it real, you think? Is it possible that someone could be that dumb?
Yes. And then should the woman keep her vagina above water?
Yeah, you got to keep it in like.
So the baby can breathe through her vagina.
So I have to tell you, when I was pregnant, I would do a deep dive into the water head first, okay? And I'd stick my vagina in the air so that the baby could breathe. Because, I didn't want my babies.
That's the safest way.
I didn't want any drowning babies in utero, okay? So that's what I did.
Oh, yeah, that's just precious.
I just think, but I mean, maybe it's someone who just doesn't get human anatomy.
Well, clearly. I mean, the idea that we breathe through our vaginas.
Yeah. Well, Sanka says, I think a scuba gear is necessary to the V. I agree with him.
Well, we talked about having a special made snorkel.
Oh, you need a snorkel. You stick it in your vagina. You pull it up so it. So okay, so just so we all are clear, we're talking about human beings that have an amniotic fluid around sac that the baby lives in for 9 months. Are we on the same page with that? Does everybody understand that part?
Mark says he's going to be home with his snorkel.
Mark, you better bring one with you to Jamaica because there's going to be a lot. There might be some pregnant women that are swimming upside down. They need
snorkeling. Well, I know for sure there's lots of time we need goggles.
We need goggles. We need snorkels. We need the whole thing. Anyone else got some intelligent questions to ask?
I mean, that's a really good question. I mean, I guess if you've never taken anatomy and you've never seen a body and you've never seen anybody pregnant.
Well, do we know for a fact that the writer of this is a woman or a man?
I mean, it says it's a man because he goes on to say, I'm a man, so I don't know.
Oh, he's a man, so he doesn't know. Okay, well, I can see why it would be very confusing to a man. Okay.
That's just funny. I mean, but the snorkel idea, I mean, that could be fun anyway.
That's right. Snorkeling is always fun. Scuba diving is fun. I don't know if I've ever scuba dove when I was pregnant, though. Maybe I did not.
I don't know that they would recommend that.
One of those things you probably shouldn't do.
That's a long way to go down without breathing.
Probably should not do scuba diving or take Quaaludes. Both things are not good to do when you're pregnant.
So let's just do a real quick little anatomy lesson.
Okay, we're going to do Anatomy 101 with Dr. Nancy.
The one is we don't breathe in or out of our vaginas. Although air can come in or out, but we don't really.
Don't speak for me. Do not speak for me. I do breathe out of my vagina.
Are you a queefer?
I'm a queefer.
Thank you for sharing. Okay.
Cheers. I have not had anything to drink yet, guys.
A baby in utero is in water. It's completely surrounded with water. It's drinking water and peeing that amniotic water. It's constantly, and it's not breathing. It's not breathing because it's an amphibian at that point. It doesn't start breathing air until it hits the air.
It is
so it's kind of miraculous.
It is miraculous. It is an actual. To me, it's very very cool to think that they are like living in water.
Totally cool. Makes me jealous because I've had dreams that I could be like a mermaid and swim underwater without breathing. Maybe I'm having retro memories of when I
past
was
life.
in Europe. Yeah.
Or maybe in your past life you were a mermaid, and I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I
have a couple of mermaid outfits, by the way.
I'm not surprised about that.
Because in 3 weeks we have one of our theme nights is Mermaids and Titans.
Oh.
So.
Very good. Are you going to be a mermaid or a Titan?
Oh, I'm going to be a mermaid.
See, the problem.
I might have to do a costume change since I have two. I got to wear them, right?
I don't understand, though. Well, never mind. Why you do not want to use your legs? You only have the big fishtail.
I don't think the mermaid that I know of was really excited about not having legs.
Anyway, what's up in your world, guys? Yes, we're drinking some wine tonight. I got the Karen Birmingham because of my name, and also it's actually a good Zinfandel. Yeah, these people on YouTube think that was a very funny story. If you guys have any funny stories to tell us, let us know. Denise said, I would love to cave dive. That would be cool. Thank you, Brady, for the badges. We need some stinking badges.
Badges. So
Cheers.
Badges, you can just find them on your screen, and they're I think 99 cents a piece or something like that. And it's just kind of a fun thing that Instagram has allowed us to do, is to have a way for you to say thank you for taking an hour out of your week and hanging out with us.
And did everybody have a good weekend last weekend? It was Memorial Day. Did anybody have fun? I had fun. I can't remember what I did, of course, but I had fun.
We hung out a lot naked at the pool.
Naked at the pool. I was fully clothed in my pool because if I was naked, I'd probably look like the rest of the people there.
Right? Because they don't wear a lot.
There's not a lot of clothing going on at my pool. You don't need to go to Hito. You just go to my pool and you see basically the same thing.
Your pool's getting really sexy.
I have decided that it used to be like this thing that when I'm around my kids, I wear like more of a cover, like more coverage than when I'm not around my kids. Like if I'm on an adult vacation versus, one where I used to have my family. And now I'm like, no, I'm going to wear my skimpy, barely there bathing suits around my kids and everybody else. I don't give a shit. How about you? I knew you'd be proud of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
That's right. What's going on with you over here? Why are you climbing mountains?
So Brady went to the Pride Parade. Awesome. That was fun.
I love going to the Pride Parade in Chicago. I used to go there. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I used to go there several years. I forgot about it. I should do it again. I guess they're different weeks. They're different weeks, though. They're not all the same week. The one in Chicago was later on in the summer, I remember.
Well, it's Pride Month, so I think they spread them out probably.
Right, so you can go to all of them. Good evening to you, David.
So I got in trouble on Facebook today.
Oh my God, this is the first time?
In a while.
What?
But I think I posted something that pertained to George Floyd.
Oh, okay.
And some guy wrote on there, well, it's good riddance to him. He was
Oh my God.
fentanyl addict. And I just went,
What?
are you kidding me? I don't believe that a public execution is the right approach for being addicted to a medicine that was probably prescribed to him at one point.
Right.
And then he went on to say, and then he said, well, at least he can't rape any more women.
Oh man.
And
so what did you do? What did you do, Nancy?
I said, this is terrible, right? I said, you're a pig. Get off my page. And Facebook spanked me for that.
What did they say? You're not allowed to call someone a pig?
You violated, it's like, bam, you violated
Wow.
community standards, and they said, you can do you agree with this? And I said, no, I just called him a pig because he is. So
hey, if it walks like a pig and talks like a pig, he's a pig.
I didn't know pig was a bad word.
Well, I get in trouble all the time. I'm just going to put this dog away because the dog is in trouble in my book. So you go ahead and talk about Hito, and I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I promise I'll be right back.
Sorry, Dance. You don't want me to sing. All right, so 22 days, 23 days and counting, Jamaica is going to go because we have 60 guests and team coming to Hedonism Jamaica for Exotic Lifestyle Retreat 2021. And we have some pent-up excitement because we had this all planned in 2020, and then we were canceled. So we've had to postpone it all this time. So a lot of us keep going year after year after year. And so this is a reunion for many of us. We have a lot of new people coming. We have tons of new couples. We've got single women, single men. It's going to be a week of extraordinary excitement, learning, hilarity, laughter, loving, sun and fun, and whatever people want it to be. So if you're not going to be there this year and you want to have this experience, listen, I need you to contact me because I'm going to need a whole lot of people registered for 2022 to be able to get it at Hito because they've changed the rules. So if you're interested, you got to let me know and not wait until next year because it may not be there. So I need to know in advance. You can plan for it. You can make payments. We set that all up for you. There's all kinds of ways to do that. So calling men pigs is very hurtful. We have feelings. But when you act like a pig and you're so racist, I could have said a lot worse. I thought pig was kind of toned down.
Yeah, pig is not as bad as what I would like to call him.
Uh-huh. So yeah, Canada, you're still locked down. Have you gotten your vaccine? What's going on up there? Is there lots of people getting COVID?
In Canada?
Our town here sucks in Northern California for the vaccinations.
We still are.
We have 5 people in the ICU right now.
Oh no.
And 15 in the hospital.
Is it people?
It's gone back up. And this is only a town of 100,000 people.
Are there no vaccines, or people are just choosing not to take the vaccine?
We've had plenty. There's some people that live up here that would like to call this the state of Jefferson.
Oh man, the state of Jefferson. If you didn't have to live there, I wouldn't live there.
Yeah, I didn't have to live here. I wouldn't live here. Yeah, it's a little unnerving. So, but anyway, I hope lots of people are getting vaccines. We are doing better as a country. So,
right.
I feel very comfortable traveling after being fully vaccinated. I don't have any concerns.
I don't have any concerns either. I've been running around half the time. I was in a shopping mall. I forgot to wear my mask on everywhere I went. I'm like, whoops, shit, I forgot. So yeah. Karen, how do you know Nina Hartley? How did I meet her? I met her. God, I must have met her 2012 maybe. I've known her for years because I used to do a YouTube channel about dating, relationships, sex, and she was a guest many times. And then when I moved to California, we got together more often. So we're BFFs. We're actually going to see each other, I think, Saturday night.
So the vaccines are free everywhere, by the way. Nobody's paying for vaccines.
Yeah, I mean, the vaccines, actually in some places, they're offering incentives to take vaccines, which I think is a good call.
They're paying people to get them.
Yeah, I think it's a good call. It's better than trying to, fund their hospital stays. So.
What does the state of Jefferson means? It means that some people up here still want to fly the Confederate flag.
In other words, they still want slavery. So,
Right.
Anyway,
Keep it alive and well.
Nina is one of the best in the industry. Yes, she is. Totally. Do you hear?
Awesome.
Are you able to hear the
I am.
little chirper?
Is your baby having a fit?
He doesn't like when I'm leaving him in his little playpen.
Right.
He doesn't feel like playing.
Right.
He just wants to strip me of all my clothes. That was unbelievable. He's leaping up there and pulling my top off. The hell is that?
So Toronto hasn't had indoor dining. That's a long time. But we just opened it up here. I mean, I don't know what we're doing because I don't go out here. Because it's just not.
You might be shocked for being a non-Jefferson lover.
Seriously, I would, because I told Mark this the other day. I wanted to buy a flag that said Black Lives Matter.
Oh no! Someone will set your house on fire.
Human rights and LGBTQ and all that. It's like one of those flags, and I was like, oh, so excited about it. And then I thought, oh no, we'll get our house shot down. Yeah, you might have like a cross burning on your lawn. Do not do that. Oh, it would. I have no doubt it would.
God, there's some crazy people out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's going on in your life, people? We'd like to know what's going on. Do you have any questions for us? Because we'd love to share our little words of wisdom with you. If you want to talk about Whitey, we could talk about him again. The young lad with the blue eyes that reminds me of Bobby Sherman.
Let's talk about him.
Let's talk about Whitey.
How did you find him?
He is all over TikTok. He's got he just blew up because all the women of especially our generation, that was the look, that the shag hair and with the blue eyes, with the smile, the Bobby Sherman look. And so I think it's bringing up all the teen idol in all of us. And it's funny because these men are getting so upset. They're like, oh, if men did that, you'd be called a pedophile. No, men have been doing that for years. Men have been dating younger for many, many years. And the fact that women are just looking at a young guy thinking he's cute is really sad.
Thank you, Robbie.
Thank you, Robbie. Let's
clear the record. Pedophile doesn't mean just going for somebody younger.
Right.
Pedophile means actually I'm prepubescent. So that means it hasn't even started their period yet.
And no one's touching this guy anyway. He's just all he's doing is lip syncing to old songs like Mandy from Barry Manilow. See, he's even appealing to the songs of our day.
He knows what he's doing.
Dr. Nancy makes me crazy. Hi, ma'am, I love you. Oh, you got a fan.
Dr. Nancy, you're making me crazy.
You know what's making me crazy? That barking dog. All right, I'm going back to get him. I'll be back in a second. I can't win for losing over here. All right, you pain in my neck.
You have an infant in the house. Oh, that's funny. All right. So, anybody have? We know what we would love for you to do is when you come across really crazy posts like this one I did about can pregnant women go swimming, send them to us because we'll bring those up in the show. It's kind of fun to play those. All right, he's lip syncing to Al Jolston. Thank you. Electric phrasisms. All right, you got to tell me what is an electric phrasism? Eclectic phrasisms. That's an interesting name. Thank you for the comment on my dress.
Whitney Posers. This was just, his last name is White. I think his first name is like William. It's not Walter, as in Breaking Bad. It's like William White or something. But it is funny how the people are going nuts over him. Meanwhile, I got in trouble from TikTok. I had 50,000 views in a night because some guy asked me if I like cream pies or facials, and I answered it. And I put it up again. The first time I got admonished, I thought, I'll put it up again, and I will take off the offending part, which I thought was, well, no one likes when you get squirted in the eye because it hurts. And they still knocked it down. They don't. They don't have apparently any tolerance for talking about going to the beauty salon and getting a facial, or getting a nice cream pie like from Dunkin' Donuts
Marie
or something.
Callender's.
Yeah, Marie Callender's. Yeah. It's terrible. Anyway, so as I was saying, let the puppy strip you down, Karen. Oh, the puppy is not going to strip me down. He's going to wear me down. He's going to annoy the shit out of me. Anyway, I did this backwards.
So Brady's attracted to strong women, but he gets scared to make a move. How can he build his confidence to make a move? Karen, do you have anything for him?
Yeah, Brady, we've talked to you about this a while ago, and Bryson too. The best way to get confidence is to truly believe in yourself. Find out what your passions are and start thinking positive thoughts. I even recommend like once a day putting a post-it note up on your bathroom mirror and say something nice about yourself, or something that you're proud of, or something that you feel good about yourself. Then at the end of the week, you'll have like at least 7 different post-it notes about things that you feel good about.
Yeah.
You got to start feeling good about yourself.
When I work with people, I have them do journaling on their self-talk so that they can see it in writing. Like how are you talking to yourself? So what is your story?
Yeah, Brady, how are you talking to yourself? Are you always in your head and saying negative stuff, or are you saying, hey, I can do this?
So Apollo, how's your TikTok experience been? He has no patience with how selective it is. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I knew you'd have. I knew I think TikTok looks at certain keywords. I don't have any. I didn't put any keywords. I didn't put down facial cream pie or anything like that. They just. I really believe sometimes they just like decide to a woman pointed this out too. She's like, I think that TikTok doesn't want to see older, sexy women. They only want to see the young, sexy girls. They don't want to see older, sexy women. So what did I do? I got my bathing suit. It was very low cut, and I said, you know what I think? Fuck them. That's what I said. Thank you, Ron.
Enough's enough. That's awesome. Thank you for the badges, you guys. This is so great. We really, even though it's a couple bucks, it's an acknowledgement, and I think that really makes us both feel good. Like, you're paying attention. You value our time.
Like, think of it this way: I'm gonna need that money to buy myself a new couch after this puppy destroys it.
Right, or puppy food.
He's actually
apparently your food. So I had a question about how was the response been to my retreat since COVID. I have the biggest group going ever. So
that's great. That's great. I think people want to get the fuck out of here and have some fun. I honestly think that's what it is. Allison says, FYI, Karen's TikTok name is Cream Pie Queen 62. It's actually 69. You got the wrong number.
I suffer from overthinking and over talking myself. I do that. Well, and you are the master of your thoughts
and domain.
Nobody else is coming in there and making those thoughts happen.
Yeah,
so the more you observe that that's what you're doing, then you just go, oh, look, I'm doing that again.
That's right.
And then you try to make a new thought.
That's exactly it. You need to think of it as an old-time radio where you have different a knob and you can change the channel on the radio. That's what I would think would be a good idea. So you start seeing that you're coming up with negative thoughts, so you switch it to the positive thoughts. I'm sure you can come up with something positive, like you're a really nice person.
Here, this is a mantra that I had a teacher tell me way, way, way back when I was beginning yoga. And she said this to us during Shavasana, the last part of class, which at the beginning I just called it a nap. And so
it's my favorite. It is my favorite part of yoga.
It's the
laying there like a corpse and just like listening to the music. Yeah.
Suck it all in. Yeah, it's just heaven. And so she was talking, and all of a sudden she said, "You are enough." I burst into tears.
You did.
I just, it was like, it's like this emotional release happened, because I think so many times we are being told we're not enough.
Right.
And we start to buy it. All right, I'm not thin enough. I'm not young enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not perfect enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not. Instead of saying, no, you know what? This is enough. And if this is not enough for you, okay, move on.
Move on. And don't let anybody tell you what to do anymore. Don't believe that they're right, because they're wrong. Even TikTok and Instagram. Wait, was it Instagram that admonished you for calling the pig a pig?
No, that was
Facebook. Yeah. Facebook and I are definitely. Facebook will only allow you to post pictures of your grandkids, and that is it, because I was banned for like a year from Facebook because I said 5 ways to have wild sex. You should never do that on Facebook. It's much better to have boring.
They don't have a problem with men sending strange women penis pictures.
Oh, no.
I don't mind that.
No.
No problem with that.
Is there a problem with that? Buddy, you want to see your buddy's penis?
He's still on enough, but always careful about the material. But yeah.
TikTok, yeah.
Yeah.
You can be careful, but then the next thing you know, you just say something innocent like facials and cream pies, and you're done.
I think I'm so conflicted about this screening stuff, because I like to be free spirited, and then I have to remember that they let 13-year-olds and lower on Facebook and Instagram. And so then for a while I tried to make a social media website. I actually built one for adults only. And then MeWe came out, was it MeWe?
I don't know what you're talking about. MeWe? Quibi?
MeWe. It's an adults only.
OnlyFans? OnlyFans?
No, it's MeWe.
MeWe.
And so it's like Facebook, only it's for grown-ups, and they don't edit anything. It's whatever you want. So when I was excited, I was like, oh great, I can put my sexy pictures up there, and I can call somebody a pig if I feel like they deserve it. And I got there, and every time I would go on, I would just be bombarded with up close and personal people fucking, and it was like
something tells me I would not enjoy that.
No.
If I want to see that, I turn on Pornhub. Okay, I don't need to go looking that when I want to go see whatever Facebook has to say.
Right. So I left. I was like,
you're done.
That was like, okay, these are grown-ups. Have you not ever been able to see porn before? I mean, it's like the people are just hungry to be exhibitionists, which is great. Come to Hito with us. You can be an exhibitionist all you want, and there's plenty of voyeurs to go around. So anyway, but I didn't necessarily I didn't feel critical of the site because that was its intention.
Right.
But it made me realize that having unfiltered anything would be
problematic. Yeah.
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 I think so. I guess they have to overcompensate. But yet they don't protect us when we report the dick pics coming in our inboxes. So.
Well, I protect myself. I just block them.
That's true, but you still can't unsee it. I just show them all the mark. I go because I make him look at them.
See, yeah.
Okay, if I have to be,
if I have to look at this, you have to look at this.
You're gonna be assaulted. So he's like, oh man.
Yeah. I'm not big on the videos either. Dick pic videos are like more offensive to me than dick pics in general. I literally am gonna be very sorry I said this, but I have not gotten a dick pic in a long time.
Oh, you are gonna be sorry.
The only dick I ever see is this one because it's always making pee-pee or something's coming out.
You call him a little dick?
He's a little dick. Actually, my last multi-poo had a big dick for his size, and we used to call him Big Dick Gus. Okay, Rick, what do you got to say? Holding back can be more aortic than uncensored content? Oh, erotic. Erotic. You always get those. It could be very aortic as well, right?
I'm having an aortic experience.
Oh, yeah.
I sent you a question with the question button. I don't think we can see the question.
Yeah, you can. Go down below at the bottom here.
You can teach me something? Oh,
yeah.
I see the little question.
See the question?
Do you think I should...
No, thank you, Sanka.
My story that I'm writing. Tamp down. I'm not sure what that
means. Ouch.
I don't know what that means. Tamp down. Do you know what that means?
I can't see it.
Well, it just says, do you think I should tamp, T-A-M-P?
Tone down? Tone down.
Oh, maybe tone down.
I get too needy, and that's where the issue comes from. Oh, we're going back into that question. Okay. Well.
Yeah, that's not, we can't help you with it here.
No.
You know, that's something that we have to do in counseling and to help you work through that.
Right.
We want to do that.
Yeah. We definitely like to help you, but some of the questions are too in-depth, especially if it's like a quality of your personality. Yeah. So, any quick questions?
Preston, if you're writing erotica and you're using any of the, like the C word, you know, if you're using really graphic terms, it's going to be a turnoff to women. So find words that are more erotic and are more descriptive.
All right, that's a good place to start. What's a good descriptive erotic word?
Right.
Juicy.
Right.
Juicy.
Juicy.
Juicy is a good erotic word.
I think when a woman's vulva is described as a flower or a yoni, it's respectful and it's sensual and it's there's an eroticism to it. When you call it the C word, you know, I don't even like saying it, honestly. That's just not one of my favorite words. It feels very vulgar, and especially to women. So, you know, if you're who you're trying to appeal to, you know, are you writing erotica for men from a man's perspective, or are you writing erotica for women from a man's perspective?
All right. My dove sounds good, Ron. Meat dangler sounds not good, Allison. My guilty pleasure sounds good. Meat dangler is not exactly what I would think is erotica.
Yeah. There's so many words. Yeah.
And just
I'm not using the C word. I'm thinking of taking out the P word. I mean, yeah. I mean, you can use.
Oh, look at the kitty.
I mean, and my pussy.
You can't use that word either. I got in trouble for the pussy.
It's a pussy cat.
You are not allowed to say pussy on Instagram either. I could tell you that. I got taken down on that one too. I think there must be a sign of TikTok. I could just see them in the back room going, there she goes again. Not allowed to say pussy. Not allowed to say queen pie. Not allowed to say facial. We're getting away with we're gonna get away with a lot of stuff right now.
Nice clam.
Nice clam. Yeah, there's a good one. I did that too. I got in trouble. I didn't get in trouble, but I was dancing to a song from the Philippines that it was called Clam. In the Philippines, meaning they use a lot of double entendres. So we should learn something from the Philippines.
Yeah, well, I think double entendres are fun. You know, you can get really creative. People know what you're talking about.
Like a clam.
I mean, listen, watch a Disney movie. Any Disney movie, watching it as a child and then watching it as an adult, you're like, oh.
Especially Aladdin.
There's a lot of double entendres in this thing. And, you know, That's why adults will sit and watch it 47,000 times.
Exactly. I always giggle when talking erotically during sex. It feels so out of character sometimes. Well, get over yourself, Rick. Yeah, the more you do it, the less you're going to feel it.
Use words that turn you on, you know? I think it's, you know, sometimes we try to mimic porn, which both Karen and I highly recommend you don't ever try to mimic porn.
I do not speak to me. I definitely think that you should mimic porn in certain circumstances.
Well, I mean, that you can see a move and go, oh, that might be kind of fun to try a different position. And usually it'll make you laugh your ass off because it's not that fun and you're doing it for the camera angle, right? And you're thinking, I'm going to break. All right, so I worked on season 3 of My Little Pony, and my boss would point out all the stuff they thought they threw in for parents.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I think most children's movies and entertainment has to have that kind of stuff. Otherwise, parents wouldn't let their kids watch it. They'd be bored. Yeah.
And that's the reason that parents like to watch it with their kids.
Yeah.
Especially.
I mean, I've seen like I can't remember the name of Little Mermaid. Yeah.
So Sanka would like to see Karen's home video. Nancy has a home video too. We both have home videos. The thing about my home video is I don't think anybody could see it because you have to have a certain player to play it in, and I don't think we have that anymore. Nor do I.
What kind of home video?
I made a little home video. But my little bony. It's I like that one.
So Karen, I still have to send you. Mark filmed me doing. He interviewed me one night. So I come home and he's got the dining room all set up because we have a fireplace in our dining room. So the fire's crackling. There's a beautiful satin tablecloth, glasses of wine poured, a sexy dress for me to put on. And so he sits me in the chair by the fire, and he's got the cameras all set up, and he starts interviewing me about what it's like to be a cougar.
I gotta see that.
And
wait, excuse me. I'm sorry. A-List and Karen's home video is available only on Betamax. Excuse me, it was not Beta.
What's Betamax?
Betamax was before VHS, I believe, and fuck you very much. Now I want to go back to Nancy's horny scene because I was getting all excited there. All right, so you're sitting in the chair. You got the sexy lingerie going, and what did you say? What it's like to be a cougar?
I mean, he had a bunch of questions for me because Mark's a great interviewer. So he interviews me all the time, just in a conversation.
I want that tape.
Audio of him interviewing me, but this one was video, and it was, imagine somebody showing up at the door. What would you do? And I was, sipping wine.
Was it a pizza man?
No.
Damn, I wanted a pizza man.
But it turned out pretty sexy, I have to say myself. I mean, even though I don't like watching it because it makes me uncomfortable to watch myself in that way.
Yeah.
It turned, and then he edited another film with something that was very erotic.
All right, everybody wants you to share this now. You have to share your.
That's awesome. That'll come out when I'm dead.
That's the problem. I think when I'm dead, I'm going to be in big trouble. Thank you, Ron, for the laser disc comment. I think it was my tape was on those little mini DV tapes. Those little ones.
Little D.
Little D. Let me ask you guys something on Instagram and YouTube. Have you guys made a little self-porno? Have you done any of that? And if so, did anybody else see it besides you and your partner? I like to hear the stories. Because I did tell you guys the stories. I don't know if you remember it. I told you about the guy that filmed his girlfriend, and then they broke up, and he was very angry at her, and he put it on Facebook. So he got in trouble. Revenge
That's a
porn.
federal offense now, thank God. So Brady wants to know, he wonders if my interview would be a modern version of Sex Lies and Videotapes.
Oh, I remember that. I think I had that. I think I had that on VHS.
And foot massages. Oh, let me tell you.
Let me tell you about my foot massage.
Hands and feet. If you can do a good deep rub on my hands and feet, I am toast.
She's toast.
I'm toast.
Okay, like for massage, I get a little irritated with just the hands and the feet. I'll be honest, I'm going for more than that. It doesn't happen enough that I get a full body massage, and I want to substitute that for a foot massage.
Do you know that the hands, the feet, and the lips
and the ears
are the closest to where our sexuality is in our brain?
What about the ears?
I don't think they're really on that list.
Oh, yes, they are.
Are they? So what would you like done to your ears?
I mean, I don't like a lot of wet willies going on, but I don't mind the touch of an ear or a kissing on the ear. Karen needs one with a happy ending. Thank you there, Senka.
I think the problem for me with the ear is I have really, really exceptional hearing.
Oh, I know. And I don't like if somebody's
like in my ear.
It sounds really loud. And I feel like punching them then.
Right. So you gotta be quiet.
Be a very quiet kisser of the ear. If you're any decibel louder than that,
don't stick your tongue in my ear.
Don't stick the tongue in the ear either, because if you get water in your ear, then you're like this the whole
time.
time.
Your tongue is much better placed than other places.
Thank you. And then I'm not talking about feet either.
No. Thank you for my manicure.
I got a manicure, by the way. How do you like that? First one in a year and a half.
Wow.
And I'm hooked again. I was perfectly fine not doing it, and then I went with Nina and Wendy and got our typical manis petties, and now I'm hooked again.
I know. I'm sorry I missed that. I would like to do that with you girls again.
We should do that when next time you're up in town. How do you feel about younger guys who want to be pegged? Oh, another one of pegging by an older woman who's wearing a strap-on. John, why don't you tell us how you feel? Because obviously you have some feelings about it.
Yeah,
well, what am I going to judge you? I'm not.
So somebody says they can fit my whole foot in their mouth. I'm not sure that would work for me.
Well, I have a very wide one, and it's got more. I have more girth than length in my foot. Do you have more length or girth?
I'm not big on having a mouth on my feet because I know where my feet fit.
Well, what if you just came out of the shower?
That would be okay, but I don't know that I've ever been really turned on by that.
All right. What? S-Y-R-E. You're going to be so sorry you just wrote this because Nancy's going to go ham on you. Guys who like to be pegged are gay.
No. Guys that like to be pegged just have an ass. Period.
I thought you were going to go way more.
Not all gay guys like to be pegged.
There's
that.
That is true. Right.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why people still have to label everything as gay or straight or whatever.
Because they're afraid they're gay. Sorry. It's the truth.
It's just my opinion. Okay, well, you have a right to your opinion. Who are we going to tell you about what your opinion should be or not be? But it's just that.
Sometimes opinions like a-holes. We all have one. But if you're sharing it as if it were fact, now you're sharing disinformation that's going to harm people.
Yeah.
Because that kind of comment shames men
who like it,
who aren't gay, who like anal play.
And by the way, SYRE, you might like it if you tried it. I guarantee you never tried it. From what I hear, because I I've never been pegged and I don't have the right equipment to get off, but that's the prostate there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is actually, I'm going to flip it around. That's the female G-spot.
Ooh. Dr. Nancy, according to science, our faces are the most disgusting part of the body. So your feet are perfectly fine. Dr. Nancy, how would you know? How would you know you won't enjoy without trying it? Well, we could say the same thing about pegging it.
So one of my friends wrote a great article on anal sex the other day, and she says, rule number 1, if you're asking for anal from your partner, you need to be willing to receive first.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah. You need to know what they're going to experience.
Right.
That's not a reasonable push to request unless you're willing to experience it yourself. And then that gives you actually more empathy for how to proceed.
Right. And if you don't want to do it, then you don't do it. No, nobody should force you to do anything you don't want to do.
Because I think a lot of, with porn being the main source of sex education, I think a lot of guys think you just spit on it and shove it in.
I hate that philosophy. They don't even know about Uberlube.
They don't know about Uberlube. Why don't you tell them about Uberlube? Save them.
It's my favorite lube. I love Uberlube for a lot of reasons, but it's really like the perfect blend of just a little vitamin E and the rest silicone, and it doesn't get sticky and taste shitty and smell differently. It's actually I'm gonna kill the dog. You want to see a puppy be killed? Why is he going into my bag? Jeez.
Because he's a puppy.
Anyway, if you want to get Uberlube, you should go to uberlube.com, mention code MOM, and you get 10% off plus free shipping.
There you go.
But I'm no joke. It is my favorite lube. It goes with oral, anal, vaginal, any of it, and it's good for your hair.
So I have to touch on something here. So the king is saying, you need to try it.
Try what?
Having him put my whole foot in his mouth. So listen, if you offer to do something to somebody and they say, no, I'm not interested, don't ask them again.
Okay. I told you not to mess with it. Do not mess with her.
Don't keep bugging them to do what you think they should. You don't know what they want. Once you've asked,
right,
and they've told you, believe them the first time. Because it's when you keep asking, that's called coercion and harassment. Stop it. If a person says, no, that isn't my cup of tea, say thank you for sharing that with me and move on.
Yeah.
So, there we go.
Okay. A-list, what is it? I don't know what this name is. A-L-I-S-T.
Incognito.
All right. Incognito says, you know what else is good for your hair? Let me take a wild guess. The same thing that my boyfriend thinks is good for my knee.
I think it's good for everything.
It's a cure-all. And do you get 10% off if you mention code MOM? I'd like to know.
It's like if your was a little sore, you say, I need a little chemotherapy.
It just went up to my nose when you said the wine went up to my nose. Do not make jokes when I'm A-list incognito. All right, now I understand what it meant. I thought your name was like Alistair or something. A-list.
So incognito.
No, he's A-list, like he's not the B-list incognito. He's the A-list incognito. There's different lists. A-list, B-list, C-list. I don't know what list I'm on. What?
Dr. Nancy, you're very nice. No, I'm really not.
She's very sweet, but don't cross her. I can tell you. I have seen her get really, really hostile when she wants to be. She's honest.
I think, when women try to be too nice, I think they're not being honest because we're human, right? And we get pissed off and we get irritated and we get offended. And we have all the human emotions. And so when somebody says, oh, you're so nice. No, I'm not.
She is. Don't let her fool you. She's really a pussycat. Oops, there's that word again. You know what else goes up your nose? What goes up my nose? A-list incognito. I would love to know what that's going to be now.
Do you really want to know?
No, nothing should go up my nose, okay? There's certain areas that are off limits.
Have you used a neti pot?
I have not, and I'm not going to do that either.
I shared with a friend of mine recently to use a neti pot, and it's miraculous.
Wow.
The first time you do it, it's a little weird, but it's, oh my gosh, it is amazing.
Well, some people may not need it.
True.
Wait, can I just ask, like, okay, Hakim's Gary comes on, has no idea what's going on. He sees us, and the only thing he has to say is big ass. Why? What the hell? You cannot come up.
He's telling us he's a big ass.
Oh, okay. Well, why didn't you say I'm a big ass? You just
yeah,
look big.
Big ass here. Big ass. Here's to your big ass. We're gonna get cut off in a minute. This went by too fast. I love Dr. Nancy's niceness.
Hi, Suni from India.
During her Zoom. Brady.
Be careful with the water that you use for your neti pot, though. Oh, I don't want to know what that
Yeah,
means.
you have to use distilled water.
Yeah, I don't know. What if you put in some other type of water?
You don't want. Yeah, you don't want to snort all that stuff. But
No.
distilled water is
And we come full circle. We're talking about snorkeling again.
back to snorkeling.
Getting water up your nose.
So listen, I am getting so excited about Jamaica. I wish you were coming with me, Karen. This is going to be an epic 7 days. I'm going to be there for 10. It'll be epic.
How do I add that to the list of places that I need to go in the next month and I can't go anywhere because of my dog? I have a list. I was supposed to go to New York. I wanted to go to Red Rocks and see my favorite band there 3 nights in a row. I can't do any of it because of this rascal. This is a pain in my. He looks like an Ewok.
You decided to give birth.
I gave birth to an Ewok, and he is a pain in the butt. Oh, by the way, yeah, we're on for next week. If anybody has any questions during the week, throw them at us, either at Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce or Exotic Lifestyle Events. KarenLee Potter anywhere. Karen sell them on eBay, then buy them back. What, are you talking about my shoes again? Oh, my dog. Oh my God. Ow. See, he's pulling, he's disrobing me. Thank you, Megan. He is, if he wasn't this cute, believe me, he'd be drop kicked out the plane. Right back to Missouri. Go back to your mommy there, and maybe she likes it. Yeah. This is.
So next week we'll be here on Instagram.
Uh-oh. Bye. Well, that's it, guys. Get a dog walker to visit once a day. I need more than that. I need like once every 5 minutes. Don't give your phone number out, David, to anybody. Don't do it because you'll get calls in the middle of the night. Anyway, it was really fun chatting with you guys, and make sure to like this video and follow me on TikTok. What can I tell you? Bye.